Okay, so we are starting here. So let me just get. Okay, so once again, can you just confirm that you can hear me? And I'm gonna get the chat here because I'm still a bit lost with Zoom. Okay, awesome. Thank you, James, Tomoki. Thank you, Mahesh Wari, Santhuran, Mustafa, John. Thank you very much. Okay, good. So I'm glad that you can hear me. I'm happy to be back teaching after a few weeks, after 4 weeks of break. I hope that you are having a good beginning of the semester. I hope that everyone is having a good beginning. Yes, it's a new beginning. It's a new way, but at least we have now some experience under our belts. Some of you have gone through comp 1, 2, 3 with me. Actually, I see a lot of known names. Andrea, Clara, James, George, Luana, Mamadou, Mustafa, Sagar, Sina, Tomoki. And I also see quite a few new names. Okay, so first thing I'd like to ask is use on the chat on the tool on Zoom the name, put the name that you want to be called by, the name that you want me to call you by. Okay, so you may want to adjust that if you want to, if you need to, but again, let's use the name that you want me to call you from. Okay, so anyway, I was missing already to be in class, so after this break I hope that you all come fully energized for this new semester. We have a slightly different semester, not only because it's online, but because instead of having 14 weeks and 1 reading week, we don't have 14 weeks, we have 13 weeks, and we don't have the reading week anymore, so we have 13 comprised 13 weeks to go through, so no interruption here. Okay, so let's see. As you can see also, lots of you we have used in the past GoToMeeting. So I started thinking that you're gonna be using GoToMeeting, but GoToMeeting does not have breakout rooms, and I really wanted us to use breakout rooms. If you had Comp 1, 2, 3 with me, you saw that we did not have breakout rooms, and I want to do something different this time around. I want you to be able to have an opportunity during class to interact with each other, to form small groups, maybe 2 people, maybe 3 people, and talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so let's do that this time around. I did this today in the morning with our section 01. This is section 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it is. Actually, I should check this. It might be 3, but let me see here. Let me see, summer. Where is it? Okay, let's see here. Just want to confirm this should be section 2, but it might be section 3. Let's see. Come on. Yes, it's section 2. Great. Yes. Thank you, Tomoki. Yeah. So we have classes Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is great. We don't have 4 hours straight. Some of you have classes with me with 4 hours straight. Some of you didn't. But again, it's good to have 2 and 2. It gives more opportunities to to have a break. 4 hours straight is quite a lot, not only for me but for you as well. Okay. So today is a light day. Okay, so today there's not heavy content. I'm gonna go through the same intro, almost the same one, pretty much the same one that we have gone through last semester. So if you know me already, just stick around, go through it. We're gonna go through my intro quickly, and you will know most of that. Some things I've added them, some things I changed, but you know most of them already. So stick around because I need to introduce myself to the people, to the students that do not know me yet, okay? So we're gonna start with that. We're gonna start with, we have a lot to cover, even though there's no coding content today, but we have a lot to talk about in terms of introductions, in terms of setting our ground rules from the beginning, talking about the tools that we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using some different tools, and yeah, that's it. So let me get started here. So I'll break the ice and start talking about myself. Maybe my favorite subject. Well, not really. I don't like talking about myself too much, but here we go. Again, most of you know already, attention to details. As coders, as programmers, as developers, we have to have a lot of attention to little details like this, like my name. Okay? My name is not Anderson, it's Ederson. There's no N there. Okay? I use that as a benchmark. If I get an email from someone and they call me Anderson, my radar goes up, because usually I associate that person doesn't have attention to details. Okay? So, coders, we have to have attention to the minor details. That's where you're gonna make it or break your code. You know that. If you had some coding experience in the past, you know that it's in the minor details that we get things wrong, okay? So, we have this guy there. Again, people from last semester, you don't answer that for now. Let's give a chance to the new people that don't know me. Again, new people, I'm gonna call you new people. Let me see who are the new people here. We have Anurag. We have Edmar, we have Fargana, we have Harshpreet, we have John. John, I'm not sure about you, John. I just see John, so I'm not sure if you are a John that I know or not. But again, who's that guy? Tell me who's that guy in the... Yeah, John, I'm you. Yeah, thank you, John. Okay, great. Welcome, John. Who's that guy, John? John, tell me. Santheron, who's that guy? Who's that Anderson Cooper? Yes. So, correct, that's Anderson Cooper. That's an Anderson, but that's not me. Anderson here. That guy for the Tomoki, for the movie aficionados out there. Who's that guy? Again, can be old or new people. Yes, Mustafa, you know that already, Mustafa. You know, we have gone through this. So it's not new for you, but we have there Mr. Anderson, okay? Mr. Anderson there from The Matrix. From The Matrix. Yes, The Matrix. But it's not me. My name is not Anderson. I love the opportunity that I have whenever someone calls me Anderson and I send them to this website. Again, I don't get mad. There's a little bit. Just a little bit, a tiny bit. Okay, so that's my name. Talking about names again, as we go through the semester, I hope that I get to know all of you, know your names, and know how to pronounce your names. That's the biggest thing, because I know your names. I see the list here. Okay? Brief introduction about myself. I cannot believe that I never thought that I would say at some point in time that I have 20 years of experience in this field. I have 20 years. Counting here with my BA in computer science, yes, I have 20 years of experience in this field. I love the field. I love the space. I love coding. I love teaching. I love a lot of stuff. As you're gonna see quickly, I have lots of interests, lots of loves. Okay, so I've been in the industry since 95. 95 I started. 95 I had my first computer. Relatively recent. You know, so I took 4 years to go through my bachelor's degree, and then I came to Canada, and in 2007 I started my own business, working from home, working remotely. Actually, since 2007, I work remotely. And this thing, I mean, what you see here, you know, a mic, and I have some lights here as well, which I don't turn them on because it's just too strong in my eyes. But I have lights here, and I have a setup. And this didn't come yesterday. It came from, just look at this. Since 2007, I do this. I not only teach, but I do my business from home. And I started to do my setup since then. So it's 13 years under work, so I didn't put this together all of a sudden, not during the pandemic, okay? So, and that's important for you because here's the thing. Keep that in mind. Yes, we're gonna get out of this pandemic and eventually you're gonna go back to some sort of norm, but will it be the same norm that we had before? Well, it will be close enough, I would think. But here's the thing. A lot of companies and a lot of professionals will now, from that point on, be okay to work from home. Companies will be more flexible. Companies will want less space for their offices, so they will be better. They will understand that people can work effectively from home remotely as well. I've been doing that for 13 years already. Get used to working online as well. Get used to work remotely too. Hopefully, at some point, you're going to go back to classes as well. You're going to go. Most likely not this semester anymore. But let's see. But again, you have to start adjusting yourselves to a new remote scenario. Okay? Not only to teach, to learn, but to work as well. So again, make sure that you start to internalize this setup. Again, pandemic will go away, but things will stick around a little bit longer. This new way of working and even studying as well will stick around, So get ready for that. Anyway, professionally, that's it. Actually, professionally here, you'll see the two sites that I run. Those are my professional sites. First one is a support site that I have. I work with subcontractors there as well. So I work with remote people as well. I work with people in India, in the Philippines, in all over the globe. I work with people. DNN Hero is my training website. I'm running DNN Hero since 2010. So I have been publishing, I have over, 700 video tutorials there. In a very particular niche, but I have a lot of content there. Lately, I have been very much interested in putting online courses together, so I'm working right now creating a new online course for Udemy around machine learning. Some of you are doing the study group with me on machine learning. More about that later this week, but those are my two main initiatives, I would say. Aside from college work that I have right now, I have 3 sections of Comp 229. This is what I do quite a lot. Udemy course creation. My first one is coming out. You're gonna hear about that. I'll send you some videos and you're gonna tell me what you think about the video. Short videos. Machine learning is a topic. So again, I'm very into that right now. I'm doing some very interesting stuff here. Anyway, origin from Brazil. That's where the thick accent comes from. Hopefully you can understand me. But if you do not understand me, let me know. And I'll always try to slow down a little bit my pace. Okay? Because I tend to ramble and blast quickly. So again, keep me on check. Let me know if I'm too fast or too incomprehensible. Came to Canada in 2002. So it's been 17 years, 18 years, yes. This is the family. Yep, we live in Ajax, which is not that far from Centennial. It's about 25-30 minutes from Centennial. And yeah, this is the gang. The little one here is hands full. She will show up here and there. She was just around the corner a few minutes ago. So here and there she will say hi. And this is what I like to do, one of my hobbies, sport-wise, but it has been a while since last time that I swing the racket there. It was last season. This season didn't happen yet. And I love podcasting. I love video. I love creating training, creating content online. And I really like video and I really like audio. And some of you know already my podcast, the Solo Coder podcast, where I interview professionals in the industry, hopefully with the intention of hopefully bringing voices to you from the industry so you can get fresh perspectives. I know some stuff, but I don't know a lot. And I want to bring not only my perspective to you beyond coding. I have experience in the industry, but it's just my limited experience. This way I can bring voices from other people in the industry. If you send me a private message, I'm gonna find appropriate time to answer that. Someone asks me if I play any games. I like playing games. Right now we have been doing mostly board games at home, and a little bit forced. I have been forced to play that, but a little bit of it drew me a blank right now. The fighting game that is very popular right now, that games with skins and from Epic Games. Come on, any gamer there? It's online. What is the name of the game? No, not that Pugby. Fortnite. Yes, James. Yes, Fortnite. Fortnite. My kids, they force me to play Fortnite. I like it. But I have to tell you, because I've been away from game for so long, it gets me dizzy. It gets me dizzy. I used to play Doom, Quake a lot, but again, we have to prioritize stuff. Anyway, that's my game for now. More about that, James. Again, I know James. Now I know that board games is with you, James. Good to know that. Discord. Ugesh. I think that Discord is the tool that is similar to Slack. Is that the one that you were talking about? Yogesh is asking if I use Discord. Yeah. So Yogesh, I had my first contact with Discord, to be quite honest, last week, because I'm part of a little group that is using Discord. But for now, we're gonna be using Slack, just because I'm more familiar with that tool. Again, there are so many tools out there, but yeah, I don't use too much Discord at this point. Again, that's the first time last week. Okay, so podcasting, again, bringing voices from the industry to you, so you know what to expect there. You know what to expect in a job interview. Again, hopefully some of you are still listening to the podcast, even though I'm not forcing you to do so. But I may force your hand during the semester. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to that when we talk about bonus. Okay, Rafael. By the way, I have Zoom set up in a way that I have to admit you to join the group. Okay, so when you come in, you may have to wait a little bit until I find that you are waiting for authorization to come in. It's just a security measure that is implemented by Zoom. Anyway, keep moving forward here. Oh, the t-shirts. Most of you know what's the t-shirt about. A lot of you are my old last semester students, but I have a challenge for my last semester students here. Let's see who's very observing. The challenge is this. Can anyone tell me the two different types of t-shirts that I have been wearing during last semester? And I'll be doing that this semester as well, but there is a minor difference between, I guess so. No, it's not about long sleeve. To be quite honest, they are all short sleeve, okay? They are all short sleeve. I just have a black long sleeve shirt underneath, because here in my office is a little bit cold, so I need to protect myself. But again, what is the difference between the two t-shirts that I wear? Luana, what do you mean by that, Luana? I don't get your point quite correctly. Luana, if you want to unmute yourself, you may want to say that. Colors, it's not about colors. Colors is the same. Move periods. Nope. Nope. Not about periods. Luana, I want to understand what you said there. Underline is always there, Sina. It's not that. But I'm curious about Luana Tavares. Luana, what is that? Never mind? Okay. I'm not mind that. Okay. No, that's okay. But do you want to explain? You can explain via text, Luana. That's fine. Just explain via text. What do you mean by what you said there? Mustafa, what do you mean that there? Again, just explain a little bit further. That's about it. Luana? Yes, Mustafa and Luana, that's about it. You see, in the other group, in the group early today, they did not guess that one, you know. But yes, there's one that I have this solo coder, and there's one that I have solo coder. Now, why the difference? Because 2 years ago, when I wanted to register solocoder.com, solocoder.com was not available. So I have to register thesolocoder.com. So I put in the t-shirt thesolocoder.com. But then 2 years later, I was able to grab the domain, to grab solocoder.com. So I chopped off the and became just solocoder. So again, very good eyes, Luana and Mustafa. Very, very good, sharp eyes. Congratulations to you. I was not expecting to have anyone guessing that, to be quite honest, because it was very subtle. But again, very good eyes, Luana and Mustafa. Okay, great. So I have more than one. And by the way, I have more than one the solo coder, and I have more than one just solo coder. So again, I'm not wearing the same one all over and over again. Anyway, enough of me, enough of my personal stuff. Let me see, just to keep track of time. So, teaching philosophy. One of my goals here is to instigate you to get to know how to learn. Because in this industry, you're gonna continue learning pretty much for your entire life, you know. Right now, I'm learning about machine learning. And it's a brand new field. And I'm learning so much, and I'm getting in touch with so many interesting technologies. Python. I mean, I'm doing some amazing stuff with Python. I never thought that it would be this interesting to work with a new language, but it is. It's an amazing language. Anyway, amazing language from a backend perspective. It's not so much a language that you build, web applications on. It's more of a backend type of language that I would say, So learn how to learn. You're going to be continuing learning if you're going to be staying in the IT field, in the coding space. I mean, things are changing all the time. You know that. I don't have to hammer on that point. Flipped classroom. What is a flipped classroom? Flipped classroom is when you come to class already with some baseline knowledge about the contents that you're going to be discussing that day. So you're going to be doing that a lot. You're going to be using bonus to, let's say, to give you some motivation to do some pre-work before you come to class, before you come to our virtual class, okay? Active learning is the fact that I won't be here in front of you for 2 hours straight, just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and you trying to keep yourself awake there. No, we're gonna be making this dynamic. I'll be throwing you hands-on exercises. I'll be asking you to do stuff, not only to listen to me, but to practice what we are talking about, okay? So, active learning, the fact that you're not going to be only listening to what I'm saying, okay? But you're going to be active participants in your own learning process. Okay, a little bit different from what some people are used to. Okay, so enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about yourself. Now, as I said, some of those things that I'm doing today, you may have done already last semester, but let's do a refresher. I'm sure that in the last 4 months, a lot has changed to a lot of you. So share with me. If you have done this exercise before in our Comp 123, do it again. It won't take much time, 5 minutes. So Padlet is one of the many tools that you're going to be using. Can you please go to this address? And I'm going to copy and paste in our chat window, so you have a quick way to access that. Here it is to everyone. So can you please go to that link? And on that link, I'm going to give you another link. So it's a link to a link. That other link, I'll be asking you to a little bit about yourself. So I'm going to share the link here. And the link there on Padlet as well. I'll talk about Padlet a little bit later. But on Padlet, I'm just going to say about yourself. And I'm going to share the link. The link is a link to a form, to a Google form. I'm just asking you a few questions about yourself. I want to get to know you a little bit better, a little bit more. If you have any questions from me, you can put it there. Put your name, your email address, and tell me a few things about yourself. You know, how you'd like me to call you. The preferred pronoun, in my case, him, his, okay? And yeah, so whatever you feel comfortable with sharing. Tell me if you want to code for a living. Maybe you are doing this class, you're taking this class just because you have to, because it's part of the curriculum, but you don't want to code. So let me know, because it gives me an idea of, okay, if someone wants to code, I'm gonna look closely to what he or she is doing. If someone does not, well, you know what? I might be even more flexible, you know, if that's not something that you want to do as a career. But again, take a few minutes, and I love a timer, so I'm gonna put a timer here, 5 minutes timer. And please have a look at that, 5 minutes. And for the ones who was missing the jazz background music, or better yet, the restaurant music, who was missing that? Come on, anyone? Come on, no one? No one? Okay. I'm gonna put, because I'm missing the. Okay, first link or second. So the first link is Padlet. It's a place that I share links. The second link is the one that has the survey here, this about yourself, the form. Okay. So the second link is the form. Go there, fill it out, submit. You have about 4 minutes to get that done. Play the jazz, okay, James? I'm gonna play the jazz. So let's go for it. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. Thank you for the answers. I see a lot of responses here. I'd like to cover a few of the questions that you have posed there. One, I would love to know if you play any video games. So, as I said, I don't regularly, but my kids force me to play Fortnite. Actually, I enjoy Fortnite. No, I'm not good, but I enjoy it. It's quite a good game, you know. Now, my wife should not listen to that because she thinks that it's violent. So, again, I don't like Fortnite. Anyway, that's about that. How many programming languages do I know? Okay, so I know C# and JavaScript is a programming language, so I have a good understanding of JavaScript. I have a good understanding of Angular as well, which is a JavaScript framework. There's a question about React. I don't know React. I have some experience with Angular, so Angular is my thing, not React. What else? Python. I can tell you right now that I know Python. I know enough Python to do some to do some damage there. You know, Python is so easy and it's good to work with. Anyway, Python, C#, JavaScript, Angular. That's about it. Can you remember my name if there is a good job opportunity as a developer? You are new in the field. Okay, I remember all your names for good opportunities. If you are looking for inspiration and even to help you get ready for job interviews for the market out there, I'm gonna recommend once again solocoder.com. The podcast is not about me, it's about my guests, the ones that I bring, the voices that I bring from the markets. With all of them, there's always a nugget of wisdom, of information that I'm able to get from them. And again, when I'm talking to them, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. What would you want me to ask them? And that's what I try to do, to extract information that can be useful to you. What type of careers are there in web development? Well, you have many fronts right now. You have a back-end developer, front-end developer, full stack developer. You have, going a little bit beyond web development, you have mobile development. So there's a ton of opportunities there. Now, within this environment, and someone is asking, do you think it will be possible to get a job by the end of the year with this ongoing situation? You have jobs exist, but of course you have to keep in mind that at this point things have closed a little bit. People are more reluctant in general. However, for a good professional with a way to differentiate himself or herself in the market, there's always a place for them. I had a previous student of mine that just got hired last week or 2 weeks ago. So again, he had interviews before, but he just got hired in the middle of the COVID crisis. So again, it's possible, it is, but you have to ask yourself, how can you stand out? How can you differentiate yourself? And again, one of the ways that I can contribute for that to you is via the podcast. I'm not trying to promote myself in the podcast. I'm trying to promote information, knowledge from my guests. So again, if you are looking for insights into the industry, have a look at the podcast. You're gonna get a lot of inspiration there. Not from me, but from my guests. There is, let's see, I asked some of the guests from SoloCode to add me on their LinkedIn and they did. Okay, thank you. That's great. I didn't know that, Teresa. Thank you for that. So Teresa is saying, I asked some of the guests from SoloCode to add me to LinkedIn and they did. That's great. Awesome. Again, good to know that one of your connections also got a job in IT. Again, there are positive things out there, And let me tell you this, in a moment like this that we're going through, a lot of opportunities are opening up. And use this time well to see, okay, how can you best make use of this time that you have right now? Because right now, you're not commuting to class. I'm not commuting to class. I'm dedicating this extra time that I have. I'm studying machine learning. I'm building my courses on Udemy. You should be getting yourself ready as well, Anyway, just my 2 cents of wisdom for the day. Okay, great to know, Teresa. Again, Teresa is just saying that he is also in Toronto. Her friend that got a job. Okay, let's see what else we have here. How to make network online. That's a good point. Oh, I love that. How to network online. Can anyone tell me how would you network online? Anyone, what could you answer to this question? How to make network online? How do you network online? Can you give me one tip of how we could do that? One idea of how we could do that? That's true. So again, Teresa says LinkedIn, Malado, LinkedIn, GitHub, Stack Overflow, great places. Now, let me tell you one way that you can actually get to talk to people. So look at this. I'm a big proponent of meetups. So meetups are still happening, but they are becoming virtual meetups. So tech meetups are still happening out there. Okay, so that's and usually those meetups, they have breakout rooms. Actually, we're gonna be using a breakout room feature of Zoom in a few minutes. So online meetings right now and online meetups and technical meetups, they are, in a way, because they want to keep up their groups together, they are moving from face-to-face to online. So they have opportunities there to join those meetups and have breakout rooms where you have the opportunity to talk to a little group of people there, you know? So it's a way to do network online. So again, there are ways. That's it for now. Teresa posted a link here. Great, thank you for the link, Teresa. Again, have a look at the links that Teresa is sharing there with about job search tips and the truth about applying for jobs. Great, thank you very much, Teresa. I'll make sure that I'll copy them and I'll keep them around. Again, meetups. I'm part of 2 meetups. Actually, funny enough, those 2 meetups, I don't think that they have done any meetings lately, but just because there was a big event, a big Microsoft event just about a week or so ago. So, but again, meetups, tech meetups, I'm part of 2, as I said. Both of them are around .NET, but there are tech meetups all over the place here with all kinds of technologies, you know. So again, lots of opportunities there. Okay, great. Okay, last question here that I'm gonna address: how difficult was to create your own business? To be quite honest, how can I say? Beginning was hard, but from the very beginning, I decided to do it online. So I started to post content that I knew online, and people started to see that, and that helped me to build my business from there, my service business from there, my freelancing business from there. I did a lot of freelancing in the past. No, I still do a little bit, but I did a lot. So was it hard? Well, it was hard, but it was fun as well. So not just because it's hard that it's a drag or it's dreadful or it's painful. It was pleasant for me. You know, it was hard. I work a lot, but it's fulfilling. It's pleasant. It helped me to be who I am today. You know. Anyway, great. Okay, so let's move on. I think it's time. Thank you for the answers to the forums there. We stopped right here and we're gonna go here. So, who has been on online meetings with breakouts? Anyone with breakouts? Who knows what is a breakout? Anybody know what a breakout is? You don't, Ederson. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna learn today what a breakout is. So, let's see here. No idea, Anurag. So, new word for all of you, or most of you, or some of you. Breakouts. What is a breakout? A breakout is this. So, you're telling me that no instructor is using that yet? Well, maybe I'll be the first one, but hopefully some other instructors will be doing something similar. Okay? Anurag, guess something to do with group. Yes, so that's really it. So one of the challenges of doing online teaching is how can I let you talk within a small group that is formed right here and there quickly? How can we get into little groups that can work together? Well, that's called breakouts. The reason why I moved away from GoToMeeting to Zoom is because Zoom is giving me a breakout feature, and GoToMeeting didn't have that. So Teresa is going to I think Wikipedia. I think this is Wikipedia, Teresa, okay? Great. So again, breakout room is, we have this group here. We are right now of about 29 people. So now I'm going to spread all of you in little groups of 2 people, okay? So 2 people, you're gonna, now, here's one challenge with breakout room. Breakout room, you have to break the ice. If it's hard to break the ice when you see someone face to face, it's even harder when you meet them in a breakout room without necessarily looking at their faces, okay? So I'm gonna challenge you to do this. When I put you all in breakout rooms, you're gonna introduce yourself. You're gonna say, hi, my name is Ederson Oliveira, and I like to podcast. You're gonna start that. Just start with that. Now, I also recommend that if you have a mic, it might be your computer mic, it might be an external mic, it might be a bad mic or a good mic, it doesn't matter. If you have a mic, talk via the mic. It's good to hear, to the other person's voice, because we connect better with people if we see people, if we hear people, okay? Different from this type. But if you don't have a mic for any reason or whatever reason, you might be in a place that is very noisy, I don't know. But you can type, that's fine. But try to talk, okay? So start with this prompt. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I like to da-da-da. And then break the ice. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Talk a little bit about yourself. Let the other person talk a little bit back. And I will form this automatically here with Zoom. And then after 5 minutes, I will break out the rooms and we come together again as one single group, okay? Let's give this a try. It worked in the morning. I hope that it works again now. So let's have a look. Breakout room. It will be random, okay? So it will just randomly assign one person to another one. So breakout rooms, we have 28. So we're gonna have 14 rooms. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. You have 5 minutes. Hello, hello. Is this working? I'm just sneaking here. Are you just chatting in text or how's it going?
We were about to start.
Is that John?
Yes, this is John.
Hey, John. So is it working?
Yes, it is. I think Clara was getting ready to introduce herself.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna just walk away. I just wanted to pay a quick visit here. I'm leaving. Bye.
Hey, hello, Andre. Hello, Fagana. Hey, Addison.
I think that you are talking to everyone. Who's talking?
Not hearing you, Addison.
Okay, so who's talking?
Yeah, Rafael.
Oh, Rafael, how are you?
Hey, good, Addison.
Very good, very good. I guess that, I don't know, you didn't join. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. If it didn't work for you, that's okay. That's okay. I guess that your partner there was not there. Is that right? Let's see.
Yeah, he's coming back and connect offline, online. That's okay.
Got it. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, it's okay. Sometimes those tools, they don't work for everyone. Sometimes one is offline, the other one is not. But hopefully, we're gonna find some benefits in general here. So let me close the rooms. I think it gives another 6 seconds for people to wrap things up.
So, Fargana is on.
Ederson, good to see you. That's okay. Don't be shy. I mean, it's good to have people in camera. I like to see people's face, you know. I miss faces.
Yeah, I know that should be hard. You just be the only one.
The only one talking, you know. But
Yeah,
actually, I mean, of course, I miss the interaction, but I'm okay just talking to the camera. And I just think that there's a bunch of people there that is looking at me, you know.
oh my gosh. Okay, so
Awesome. Okay, I think they broke out the rooms are, yeah. So I think that we are back here. Let me share my screen again. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna share it, and we should be all back. So normally what I would do is I would ask you to introduce your your colleagues there, but just for the sake of time, let's keep moving forward. And oh, you can hear me? Okay, so wait, just to check, can everybody hear me? Okay.
yes.
Okay, so if anyone is not being able to hear me, because majority is, it might be a problem in your side. So whenever you see a problem like that, you may want to turn off and come back into the room, okay? Okay, so let's do this. So let's move forward, and I'm gonna start another presentation here, another PowerPoint. Again, if you have done Comp 123 with me, some of those things will not be new, but I need to cover them in any case. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what I call class commitments. Those are things that will establish the rules of how we're gonna operate. I'm gonna talk about assignments, tests, things like that, bonus, attendance, everything that I can think of, I will try to put in this segment right now. By the way, in the next classes, we're gonna have let me see here. We're gonna have a 5 minutes break between right at 3:20. Okay, so we're gonna have 5 minutes break every class after 50 minutes of class. Okay, this one, as it's a light class, it's not content heavy. Let's just keep moving forward. If you need to take a break for some reason, go for it. But I'll just keep moving forward. In any case, first thing that I want to start is with respect. We come all from different backgrounds here, from different levels of experience. Some of you know how to code. Some of you don't know how to code. Some of you are more advanced. Some of you are more basic. That's fine. We're gonna have stuff here for everybody. If you are starting out or if you're more advanced, I'll make sure that you have something interesting here to do regardless of your level of knowledge. But the point is, let's respect each other, respect different opinions, respect different levels of knowledge as well, respect different paces. Some people will be faster, some people will be slower. That's fine. That's how we are. We are not the same. Okay? So again, respect above all. Respect everyone. Let's get to the more practical side of things. So I'm gonna start with assignments. So you're gonna have 3 assignments. They are all individual assignments, and the sum of them all is worth 35%. You're gonna have about 2 to 3 weeks, for majority 3 weeks, to do each assignment, okay? Individually. Now, I want to open eCentennial because I want to show you something over there. And my keyboard is not responding that well, but let's see here. So on eCentennial, if you go to our homepage, to the course shell, if you go to content, you're going to be able to see course outline. This is an updated version of the course outline, which has the 13 weeks that you're going to go through, okay? So if we scroll down, if we keep going here, I'm not going to read line by line. you are more than welcome to have a look at this on your own, but I'm gonna just focus on a few key aspects here. The first one is the book. The book we're going to be using is Adam Freeman, and it's called Pro ASP.NET Core MVC 2. This book is available via Centennial in a digital format. I don't remember the details on how to get to it, but next class I'll make sure that I'll bring this so we know where to get that. It's something that you have to log in to the publisher's website with your Centennial credentials. Okay, so I'll show you this in our next class. Actually, let me make a note here for me to not forget about this. So yeah, okay. So the other thing that I want to show is that, look, it shows 4 assignments, okay? However, what I have done in many of the Comp 229 that I have taught is that I get rid of assignment 4, so you have 1 less assignment, and then we distribute Okay, Clara, I'll have a look at your suggestions. So again, someone is gave me a recommendation here offline. Great, that's fine. Yeah, Teresa, I would refrain from sharing PDFs. I would rather have the book available from, let's put it this way, from an authorized place like Centennial, okay? But thank you for sharing the link as well. In any case, let's connection is stable. Can you please confirm that you can hear me, because my connection here is telling me that it's unstable. Okay, great. Thanks, James. Again, sometimes internet goes up and down, so who knows. The point that I was trying to make is this. I have get rid of assignment 4, and assignment 4 was supposed to be 10 points. I split, 5 points went to assignment 3, and 5 points went to the project. So instead of having 4 assignments, we're gonna have 3 assignments, and we're gonna spread the points. Why I'm doing this? Because I have seen in the past that it's the best way, and we have a shorter time frame, 13 weeks here, with 4 assignments. It's quite a lot, you know. Trust what I'm telling you here. So I'm just mentioning this because it's one thing that is slightly different as compared to the course outline, and I want to make this clear up front for every one of you. So here we have 3 assignments, all of them individual. Now, there's one project. So based on the last assignment that you're gonna do here, you're gonna do this project, okay? So the project is a group project, groups of 3 to 4 people. You can self-organize, okay? But groups of 3 to 4 people. One project, 25%, there is a proposal that you have to submit. It's a 1-page document that you can say, you're just gonna say, this is what I'm gonna be doing. 10% for the project, which is a coding project. You have to code that. And then you have a presentation. You have a 10 to 15 minutes presentation to put together. So the project is built of 3 components, and they are delivered in different dates. We're gonna be going through the dates as we get down through the course, so no rush on that yet. But this is the project. You're gonna have 1 project, group project, and 2 tests. Each test is worth 20%. The first test is a hands-on. It's a code-based project test. And the second test is a multiple choice. True and false, multiple choice, small answers, and there might be 2 coding related exercises or questions in that test, but they are not they are not extensive. They are just snapshots, very small snippets of code that you have to put together, and it can be even pseudocode. It doesn't even to be exact code, okay? Why is the Mamadou is asking, why is the second test more MCQ? I'm following the guidelines of the outline, to be quite honest, Mamadou. I was never given, to be quite honest, I never asked why it's a multiple choice, and nor anybody ever told me why it's a multiple choice. It's just that if you look at the course outline and you see test number 2, multiple choice, short answers, fill in the blanks. I try my best to go very closely with the course outline. So tests are something that you should stick as close as possible to what the course outline is asking you to do. Okay, so that's about it. I get it. I think that you have a point, Mamadou, and to be quite honest, I don't know why I've never questioned that, but to be honest, I've never questioned that. I've never questioned that, why the first one is hands-on, the second one is not. Maybe, I'll just tell you, maybe because the project part is already a lot of work there, Mamadou. So if you build a lot of work already in the project and you have to deliver the project in a test as well, it might be a little bit too much. Again, that's only me trying to come up with a reason for that, okay? Anyway, this is about the test. At the end here, I'll be giving a quick summary of what is what here. Okay, difference between understanding and memorizing. If you did last semester with me, you know that already. Again, anyone wants to give me your understanding about what is the difference between memorizing and understanding? So I try to stick to more of an understanding approach here. I don't believe in memorizing. Understanding, as some of the students in the morning in my previous section, as they put it, when you understand something, you can put your own words towards explaining that. When you memorize, you are just doing what I would call parrot work. You're just regurgitating the same words that somebody else told you about. My daughter can memorize what is MVC, model view controller, but can't she understand what's going on there? Not yet. Not the level that we're going to be talking about in this course. So Anurag, memorizing blindly, just going word by word for a context, being a robotic basically versus understanding. Make your own perspective and ideas into context. Love that. Very good definition, Anurag. Okay, so memorizing, it's being a robot. Understanding is putting your own words, your own perspective, your own angle into describing the content, into describing what's being talked about. Okay, so I believe in understanding, not memorizing. So our assignments, our tests, it's all open book, open Google, open Visual Studio, not open Friend. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later today. Actually, I think the next slide we'll talk about that. So again, I don't memorize code. I don't memorize the namespace of JSON namespace or whatever library out there. I have codes that sample codes that I open and I use that. So again, I mean there's not much space up here, so I would rather use the little space that is here to something a little bit more productive, okay? Instead of memorizing lines of codes, commands, it's not here for that. You build your library of knowledge over time, no? So it's about, do you know how to reach that information? Whether it's Googling, whether it's in your notes. But again, so that's about understanding. Why, again, why I say that? Because I think that you're gonna get more out of the course instead of just memorizing stuff. Okay, let's talk about bonus. Bonus, the same way as I did last semester with comp 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do this again. I'm not sure how many bonus assignments you're gonna have, but at the end of some classes, I'm gonna tell you, here's a bonus assignment. The bonus assignment is usually about reading or watching or doing a little task about what you're gonna be talking about next class, okay? So you're gonna have bonus assignments too here. Usually bonus assignments will take you 10, 20 minutes to get them done. As I said, it might be watching a video, it might be reading an article, it might be reading a piece of documentation from a library, it might be listening to a podcast, it might be a combination of that. So those 10% bonus, it's on top of your final grade. Not mandatory, you don't have to do them, but it will help you to bump your grade from a B to an A, from a C to a B, maybe even from crossing the passing mark, okay? Who knows? This is not a very hard course, but, well, some people would differ about that, but again, use this bonus well, because then you're gonna have 10% on top of your final grade, which can be very useful. Now, it comes with strings attached. It's not string free. You're gonna have to have at least 50% attendance. So come join us. Now, I don't want you to come and join us and walk away. Let me do a quick test here. Everyone give me a high five. Type 5 in the chat box. Awesome. Why am I saying that? Because I know if you do not type 5 right now, your name might be there, but you are not really in class. Okay? So again, I want you to be, yes, Teresa, that's true. I want to check if you are there. I mean, it's very easy to come in and log yourself in and walk away. I don't doubt that there are some people here that are doing just that. And to be honest, do I really care about that? I don't care about that. But here's the thing. I want to be fair. I want to be fair with attendance. I want to be fair with bonus. Bonus, I'm giving bonus to whoever comes in. If you come to class, you're gonna get the bonus. Now, I'm also okay, Sina, 7. No, I'm talking about 5. Okay, Sina. Anyway, there's also yes, Sina is not paying attention. There is also the no cheating rule. Cheating. I pronounce cheating very badly, but I hope that you get my point here. I get Sina. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about this topic. It's not very pleasant to me, but I want to make this straight up front with all of you. Cheating, collaboration versus copying. Let me tell you this scenario. Hey Ederson, you finished this assignment. Oh, how did you do that question? I didn't quite get exercise number 3 of the assignment. How did you put that together? Oh, you know what, John, the way I did it, I used this library and I called that command and I passed some arguments and then I output the whatever it is, the value of the variable. That's how I did it. I'm just demonstrating what is okay. What is a collaboration? Collaboration, you can ask questions to your friends. That's fine. That's fine. However, if you feel tempted to share files about assignments, about tests, about projects with your colleagues, don't do it. Don't get files for assignments, for tests, for projects from other students, from other sections, from other semesters. Don't do that. Don't do that because this is copying. This is copying. I get it. Some people say, oh, but I was just trying to help them. And there are other ways to help. The ways to help is talk to them. If they have questions, answer them. Yes, I'm not saying that don't collaborate. Collaborate. That's fine. I'm all about collaboration. I'm not about copying. Okay? Does anyone know what is NLP? Anyone? NLP? NLP. What is the meaning of NLP? And this will make sense. I'm gonna tell you why am I saying that in the context of this. Yes, Bhargav, natural language processing. Natural language processing is related to AI, is related to machine learning. Why am I saying that? Because I put together the code in Python. It works quite well. I put together this code that I can throw the assignments of all my students. I can give to this little code, and you know what this code does? This code compares the code from one student to the code from another student and tells me which code is similar, which code is not. This is using natural language processing. Okay? Works quite well. Works quite well. Last semester, I used that a little bit, but not too much. But this semester, I'll be using that more. Okay? So, I have 20, I said that before, I have 20 years of experience in this field. I know when something is a copy of something else. Okay? I don't want to have the hard conversation with any one of you about why is this the same as that? Why your work is the same as the other student's work? I don't want to have that. Okay? So, Python, no, Mustafa, I'm not going to use Python. This is only C#, okay? So this is about C# in web application development. To be quite honest, web application development, Python is not very suitable to web application development, to be quite honest. Python is more of a backend type of language, you know? So again, it's not a great option for front-end development or for web development in general. I have to tell you that, okay? But no, so we're not going to use Python. But my point is this. Let me wrap things up here with this topic. So be careful. Be careful if I tell you that your code is a copy of somebody else, your code is the same as somebody else. I will only tell you this when I know. Again, I'm sad to say that some of you know that already. Because with some of you, I had hard conversations last semester. I don't want to have those hard conversations anymore. You know who you are. Whether you did it by accident, by mistake, you don't know. I'm telling you now how things are. Okay? So, don't come with, I left my computer open and someone else got my files. Well, we are social distancing, so unless you live with somebody else, otherwise there's no way you can leave your computer open. So don't come with that. I added to GitHub and someone got my files. Do not add your code to GitHub. Don't do that. Your code is your code. Your code for your assignment, your code for your test, your code for your project. Don't share your code. If you are copying files, think about this. If you are copying files from projects, tests, or assignments, you are taking a risk. I may catch you, I may not. It's up to you. You can take a risk. But I can tell you this. Last semester, I had 18 rough conversations with 18 different students. So there were 9 copying scenarios. I think that because people thought that now it's everything online, that I cannot be there in class as you do stuff, people felt more inclined to do some copying. And I have to have tough conversations with some of you. and you know who you are. So again, don't do that this semester. If you are new with me, if you are thinking about copying files, you are risking being caught. I don't care if you were the one that gave the files or that received the files. The code might be yours. I'm not questioning if the code is yours or not. I'm saying that you did something that shouldn't have not been done, which is giving your code to somebody else. So I don't care if you gave the code, if you received the code, both of you, or not you, but them, both of them will get zeros. I don't enjoy doing that. To be quite honest, I don't care about copying. I don't care. However, the college cares about that. And I have to respect the rules that are established by this institution that I'm representing here with you. Okay? Okay, so let's get this done. So again, even if it's from a different section, even if it's from a different semester, a student from another semester gave me. If you are copying, you are taking the chance. It's on your own. You are assuming that risk. Okay? I hope that I was clear. If not, let me know if you have any questions. I can always clarify if my point was not strong enough. Okay? No copy. And just to wrap things up, if you feel the need to copy files from somebody else for an assignment, for a test, for a project, come to me. Because there's a problem there. You are not understanding something. So come to me with okay, Edison, I'm not understanding this. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to help you. I don't help if you copy. I don't help if you provide a copy. But I will help you if you are having difficulties. Come to me. Come to me and talk to me. Okay? That's all that I'm asking. Anyway, there's this slide. So, first lines of codes for this course is if cheated equals to true, bonus, null, reference letter, false. I don't provide reference letter if I remember that you have cheated in my class. Let me tell you this is true. A student came to me 2 semesters ago asking for a reference letter. He has provided codes to a group of students for an assignment. I could not write a reference letter for this person because he did this, okay? So again, don't think just about, oh, am I gonna get caught or not? But again, your bonus will be lost if I catch you cheating. Your reference, don't ask me for references. Anyway, enough of this. I don't really like this topic. So, to summarize, the points thing, the percentages. We have 3 assignments, 35%, 1 project, 25%, 2 tests, in total 40%, total 100%. Bonus, on top of this, you have up to 10% bonus. Now, if I give only 5 bonus, each bonus will be worth 2%. If I give 8 bonus, each bonus will be worth 2.25%. If I give 10 bonus, each bonus will be worth 1%. So again, the total will be always add up to a maximum of 10%. Any questions about assignments, about bonus, anything going on there? I'm looking at Zoom to see if anyone has any questions. Let me see on Padlet as well. Padlet is the other place that we can talk. You can ask questions anonymously here on Padlet, okay? So you can send me a question. I'm gonna cover Padlet a little bit later, but let me take a sip of water here. I'm just talking too much. Think about if there's anything there, if there's anything that you want to ask me. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's keep moving forward here. We still have a few things to cover. Let's have a look at eCentennial. So I went through already a little bit in the course outline. I just want to show a few more things on eCentennial. If you open eCentennial, if you go to content, so everything that I post on a weekly basis, I'm going to post here on the content, under content. So you have the course outline, the PDF is here. You're gonna have assignments here in this folder. All our links to Zoom, links to Nearpod, to our Padlets, to the Solo Coder podcast, to YouTube, where the recordings will be posted, is here as well. I'm gonna talk about Slack in a second. You're gonna have there is an invitation to Slack here as well. I'm gonna talk about it in a bit. The videos, as we record those videos, this video is being recorded now. As I release them, they're gonna be released under your sections. See, the one in the morning is already here. The one for today, of course, is not here yet because we didn't finish yet the class, but it will be here by maximum tomorrow morning. And so again, the entire playlist will be available right from this link. As we get through, I'll be adding them up right here. There's a question there. So if you are suggesting not to use GitHub, is there another way to do like backup of our code privately? GitHub itself, it's possible to make a repository private. I don't know if you can make private repositories on GitHub. I think that you can, but I'm not sure. Backups, well, I can give you a suggestion. If I'm not mistaken, let me think here. If I'm not mistaken, you can get a Dropbox account, a basic Dropbox account for free, and you can back up your files there. So I think that they give a certain amount of space for you to save your files. So use Dropbox if you want to back up your files. Okay, Anurag. So try that, and it should work fine for you. Also, because we have access to Office 365 via Centennial, if you type in Office on Google and you try something like this, let me see, office.live.com. So you're gonna have access to OneDrive as well. OneDrive is Microsoft's version of having free space or available space to upload your files there. Okay, and you have that via your Centennial login, because we all have Microsoft 365 access. Okay, great. Okay, so that's about the Centennial. Oh, and by the way, we have files here as well. Here's a file on how to download Visual Studio 2019. And you have week by week. Every week I'm gonna be posting the PDFs, notes, files about that week. Okay, sometimes I post them in advance, sometimes I post them after the class, but I'll always try to post them in advance. Okay, great. So let's keep going here. A few more things. Attendance, as I mentioned already, attendance is not really mandatory, but you should keep, if you want your bonus, you should keep at least 50% of your attendance. Attendance, the other purpose of attendance, and I take attendance, is that if you come to me later in the course and you say, oh, Ederson, I don't understand what's going on, I don't know the content, I'm not getting it, I'm gonna check if you are coming to class. Are you coming to class? Because if you are just relying on the videos, on the recordings, yeah, you may get a lot there, but you will not have the opportunity to do the exercise in class, to ask me questions in class. Okay, so attendance, it won't impact your grades, but I want to know who's coming, who's not coming. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here goes. Again, I don't have to drive, but we never know. Sometimes we get sick. So if you come to class with this link, we're gonna be using this link that I provide for Zoom. We're gonna be always using this link. If you come to class and I'm not in, look at your email and there will be an explanation there. There will be some steps there that you have to do. Maybe, again, who knows? There might be things that are out of our control that sometimes happen, So, but if I'm not in, look at your email. There will be follow-up information there that you can get, the reason why I'm not there and what to do next if I'm not in. But very rarely this will happen. Last semester it only happened with one class that I was not in that class, and yeah, and I was teaching quite a lot of classes. Anyway, just wanted you to know that. We're going to be using eCentennial very heavily for the course outline. So there's a point there, question. Let's see. In relation to Visual Studio, as we get license key from that link you put on eCentennial after verification, I download Visual Studio. Yeah, that's fine. So again, on that link that I put on eCentennial, this link here, if you go to files, if you follow those instructions, you're going to be able to download Visual Studio Enterprise Edition 2019, and it's going to provide you with a license key. Every student on Centennial will have access to a license key of Visual Studio 2019. Okay, every student will have that. I will talk a little bit more about Visual Studio next class, but if you don't have a powerful enough computer, or if you have a Mac, you also have the option to use the well, actually, here's the thing. Even with a Mac, even with a Mac, you can use Mac with this course, okay? Because we're not dealing with Windows application, we're dealing with web application. There is one minor detail that is different because you're going to be using SQLite. Sorry, we use SQL Server, but if you are using a Mac, you need to use SQLite, which is a slightly different version. But I saw students in my previous semester using Macs without a problem. Okay, so John is asking, is Enterprise required? No, Enterprise is not required, John. You can use professional or developer license or something like that. But the thing is that it's available there, so why not? That's my point. Community, Mamado, community version, I'm not sure. To be quite honest, I'm not sure if community will do it. But if you have access to Enterprise or to a more robust one, go for it. But yeah, community, I'm not quite sure if it has all the features. I'm not sure. Fargana, is it not okay that we use last semester? Is it okay that we use last semester? What do you mean by last semester, Fargana? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay, Clara, is it the same we use Laura? Oh, Clara, yes, it's the same version. You can use 2017, 2019. The course will have, actually, let me think for a second here. That's okay. That's okay either way. You can use 2017 or 2019. That's fine. Okay? Visual 2000. Yeah, so Visual 2019, it will work for C#. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so Mamado. Community version. Again, Mamado, if you want to give it a try in community version, that's fine. I'm not sure what is the context of your point there. I don't know if your question is for the other students or it was from me. No. So I can tell you this. I didn't try with community edition. Okay, we use community edition version. Okay, so if you use that, hey, maybe it's gonna work just fine. You know, I mean, we're not gonna be using anything very advanced there, so it may just work. You know, get it going like that with community, and let's see if we face any roadblocks. And if we do, we're gonna knock them out. Okay. We can always start one way and change if required. Okay. Anyway, let's get this done. Let's get this finished here. Wrap things up. Let's see. Tools. We're gonna be using Padlet. Keep track of this link. We use Padlet. Actually, we use quite a lot of tools. We will be using Slack as well. Padlet is a good way because we have chat. So Padlet is a good way that we can share quick things with each other, quick notes with each other if you don't want to identify yourself. On Padlet, you can click on the plus and you can ask question. and I won't know who you are if you don't want to put your name. So if you want to ask me anything that you don't want me to know that it's you asking, you want to ask anonymously, use Padlet. I sometimes use Padlet to do some interactive exercise, interactive practices. Again, I check if there are any questions that people don't want to identify themselves. You can ask private questions in the chat on Zoom. You can ask anonymous questions using Padlet. I'll leave it up to you to decide which one to use. I also keep Slack open. However, Slack, you didn't register yet, because I'm gonna ask you to do that, I think, next. Let's see here. Okay, so again, here's the link. I'm gonna make this PowerPoint as a PDF, so you're gonna be able to download this. Flipgrid, I asked all of you to introduce yourself. I have Flipgrid. I got some answers. Thank you, Tomoki. Thank you, James. And there was another, Bargav, I think it was yourself as well that recorded one. Again, thanks so much for using Flipgrid. I'm not a big user of Flipgrid. We may use here and there, but this was just an attempt to use it. Again, I've not used it too much yet. So there's a question here. Let's see. I know I lost the opportunity. Okay. Okay. So that's a private question. Okay. I'll leave this private question. Let's move forward here. Okay. Tools, Nearpod. Nearpod, as you know, if you did last semester with me, I'm a big fan of Nearpod to do quick quizzes, to do some activities. So quizzes that are not graded quizzes. Nearpod, you don't have to sign up. You don't have to enter username, passwords. You just have to put your name if you want to. You put a nickname if you want. But it's a tool that I use to engage the class. To do some quick quizzes, just to check how you're doing, if you are following what we are talking about in that day, in that content. Okay. YouTube channel. You may want to sign up to subscribe to this channel. This way you're gonna get notified as I upload the video recording for that day. You may or may you don't have to, but because it will always show up as I upload them, it will show up right under videos. Your section is sec002, so this one will be there tomorrow morning as your first video recording. Okay, podcasts, solocore.com. We might be using this for bonus, as part of bonus. As we get our first bonus together, I'll see if I'll be forcing your hand to listen to the podcast or not. Let's see. But I hope that some of you are still following the podcast with the newer episodes. Okay. And last but not least, I think, let's see. Yeah, almost there. Slack is a tool very used in the industry, in the market. Now that we are, online a lot, it's stronger than ever. It's a huge, popular communication tool. So, if you head to Padlet, I'm gonna share a link that is a Slack invitation link. Okay, so please, I'm gonna put this in the chat, and I'm gonna put this on Padlet as well, so that you can click and you can sign up. You don't need to sign up right away, but do that as soon as you are done here. Okay, so you can join us in our Slack channel. We use that to share files, to communicate as well. It's a good communication tool. So use that to join our Slack channel, our Slack workplace. Okay, again, you don't need to do that right away. Let's get this done with the presentation, and then you can get back to this link, but sign up for that. Okay, last but not least, I think, not last, but sorry, we still have a few things to talk about. So in terms of meeting, I started by saying that we would be using GoToMeeting. However, GoToMeeting does not have breakout rooms, and I really wanted to use breakout rooms, so I opted to use Zoom from now on. So we're gonna be using Zoom as our tool of choice in terms of online meeting. The link is the same that I sent. It will be always the same, okay? Okay, breaks. As I said, after our initial 50 minutes, we're gonna have 5 minutes break, just so you can, refresh water and have a little break there, just to relax from this. But the good thing is that we are only having 2 hours together, 2 hours now, 2 hours the other day. I don't remember what day is the next one, but again, 5 minutes break after our first hour or first 50 minutes. I usually ask that we agree on the assignment delay. I'm gonna leave this for another day. I'm not gonna do this right now. We are too close to wrap things up here, so I don't want to have another interaction here about that. But I can be flexible with assignment delay. If you are delayed by, if there is a reason for that, come to me before and tell me that you're gonna be delayed, and we can always talk. You can always negotiate about that, but I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so is there anything else that I didn't mention here and you'd like to ask me, you'd like to mention that I might be missing? Anything? I'm already starting to lose my voice here because I'm talking too much, but yeah, hopefully this will be the last one. I'll be talking all the time, The other ones I want to make it more interactive. Let me tell you this as well. If I have not told that already, I really like web application development. I really love this course because it's a course. All the content of this course is very interconnected, and you're gonna be building a lot of knowledge as we go through this. So I really like this course. It's very, very practical and very, very job market driven. Anyway, any other questions? Let me know. Okay. What language are we going to use? We're going to be using C#. So C#, Teresa, is our language of choice. At this point, you all should have some level of familiarity with C#. Okay. Okay. So again, you should have done comp 1, 2, 3. Hopefully some of you have done with me. If you have not, that's fine. Will we be using JavaScript as well? Okay, JavaScript. No, Mustafa. This course is more of a backend web development course. However, we're gonna need some basic elements of HTML, of CSS, a little bit basic knowledge of JavaScript, but again, we're not gonna be doing heavy client-side development here. Okay, this is a more of a backend with a touch of front end. This is a back-end focused course with a touch of front end, but the focus is not in the front end. The focus is in the back end of web application development. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Great. So let's start to wrap things up here. So recording, as I said, all classes are recorded, but this is not a reason for you not to come to class. Okay. Recording is useful when you need to miss a class because, things may happen. We might get sick. We might have to go somewhere. That's fine. But you have the recordings to reinforce and to recap what you may have missed in class, or maybe a concept that you want to watch again. So all our classes will be recorded and available online. My contact email, you have that. I send you already an email. If you need to talk to me, use that email address. That's the best way to reach out to me. We can always have an appointment. We can book a one-on-one via Skype. Here's my Skype as well. My information is also available in the homepage of eCentennial. If you go to eCentennial here, if you go to the homepage of our course shell, if we scroll down, Here is my contact information as well. But the best way really is email. Email, I'm always on top of my email. You should expect me to get back to you for emails within 24 hours. There is a question here. Will the recording be in the videos folder? Yes, John. So, John, if you go to content and then videos, our video will be under section 02. So all of them will be listed here. If you click this icon, it's gonna show all the recordings one after the other as I upload them. So within a day, you can go back there and it will be right here, okay? Awesome. Let's see. Let's wrap things up. So face-to-face, and just wrap things up. Change is the end result of all true learning, and I'm hoping that we can get real true learning out of this course, out of these 13 weeks that you're gonna have together here, okay? Looking forward to a very productive semester with all of you. Before I wrap things up, I'm gonna run through a quick attendance sheet here. So as I call your name, just again, you can give me a high five on the chat. Just put 5 there or something as I call your name. But let's see here. So I'm going to start with you, Andrea. Good to have you here, Andrea. Again, as I call your name, Andriy Kosenko. Andriy, good to see you. Okay. But again, I need to hear from you. Anurag is there. Andrew is there. Good, Andrew. Anurag, great. Ashdeep. Are you around, Ashdeep? Bhargav is there. Thank you, Bhargav. Kao Hung. Kao, are you there? Clara is there. Dhruv Hakesh Kumar. Dhruv, are you there? Dhruv. Ederson, are you there? I think you are. Clara is there. Fargana, are you there? Grufunsh. Yeah, Grufunsh. Fargana, you're there. Great. Grufunsh, are you around? Harmandeep. Harshpreet. James. Harshpreet. Okay, great. John, Aneto, John, you just asked me a question. Jorge, George, you're there. Okay, awesome. Luana, great. Lufu Liao, Lufu, are you around? Okay, Lufu, I'm gonna recommend you to use your, if I may, your English name, because I won't be able to recognize, you got what I'm saying. Thank you. Mahesh Wari, Mamado is there. Mahesh Wari is there. Mustafa, you're there too. Nihal Kumar, Rafael, Sagar Kumar, Sagar, you're there. Senthuran, okay, Senthuran. Are you the Senthuran that you had? No, you had some. I had another student with a similar name. Anyway, Sina, I hope you were there. Teresa, you're there. Tomoki, there as well. Vladimir, are you around? Vladimir is there. And Yogesh, are you around? Okay. I hope you are. Okay, so I can see you, but you don't seem to be around. So again, I'll be calling your names for the attendance. Okay, so great to have you all around. I will see you all next class. Next class is on let's see here, on Thursday at 12:30 is our next class. Again, next class we're gonna have some real content already. We're gonna have an introduction there, but again, as I said, looking forward to have a very productive semester. Have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you in 2 days on Thursday. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm gonna review the private questions that have been sent to me. So I will get back to you if you have asked me a private question. Actually, let's do this. If you ask me a private question, please send me an email. Send me an email of your private question so I can follow up with you, okay? Send me an email with your private concerns that you may have mentioned, okay? Have a good one, everyone. Bye now. I'm gonna shut down our Zoom session. Bye.